Well, this isn't the video that we ever thought we would sit down and make. We are getting ready to go drop her off at the mechanic and check into our adorable hotel room, which I'm really excited about. It is gross outside. It is wet and snowy, but like maybe rainy. Ugh. So we're all packed up. We have a lot of stuff for a couple of nights. Hopefully it's only a couple of nights. We're also off of Route 66, this little town is. I'm gonna set you down right here so I can put my boots on. And so maybe we can like do some fun Route 66 stuff. But in the meantime, before that happens, we have to get out of here. All right, I think we're finally ready. Whoa, that's something my Florida brain isn't used to seeing. Oh, that's, no. Oh my God. It's really coming down right now. Put my seat warmer on for the 2-minute drive. Do you think we'll be out of here by Saturday?
I kind of do actually, unless this storm affects things. But I think there's a really good chance.
Is this our first time driving like in this?
In this? Whoa.
It's so pretty.
Road. Yeah, we were like off-road and stuff.
In a city, in snow, this is our first time. The town looks really pretty in snow though. Okay, so we just pulled up. I'm sitting cozy in the van with my seat warmer on. Gate went inside to get everything squared away. What'd they say?
So it's two mechanics. It's her husband and they have a guy. Their guy can't come in today. He's
Snowed in.
He has kids, he's snowed in, school's canceled. So she's like, look, you just gotta give me about an hour. And I was like, can I leave this here? She's like, no problem. Whoa.
That was an abrupt shut off.
Yeah.
We're going out. It's just like gusty snow. Okay, ready?
Yes.
It's cold. Okay, so we're bundled up. It's very icy. And the shop is really cool. And right now we're gonna go get some food before we can check into the hotel. Because it's lunchtime and we're hungry. I'm having a hard time walking right now though. How was your experience?
So far, good. I mean, no work's been done, but real nice people. Really honest people.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. For all the drama finding the shop, I'm happy. So, you just get a vibe from people, and I feel like they're trying to take care of us. So.
Yay! We love that. All right, can you go snowblind like in the city?
I don't think that or your next question I would look for.
My next question was not going to be hypothermia, but I do feel like I need a helmet because I feel like I could slip at any moment.
We can get you a helmet.
Oh my God, I really need to get it together in terms of like winter because we're going to Alaska. I mean, granted, hopefully it's not snowing when we're in Alaska, but like this isn't going away anytime soon. I really need to like figure out how to do this cold weather thing. All right, see you soon. We just had the diagnostic and Hannah hooked up the computer to run the codes and see what was going on.
Usually what goes bad is the valve cover gasket.
He said that he's like dealt with this before and that it shouldn't be a big deal. Actually, I think Gabe's coming up right now. He was just inside signing everything. Hey.
Hey. All right, we're all square. Put a deposit down. Okay, so he said we just needed one gasket.
So he thinks like our injectors and everything are okay.
He said that this, and I've read, this is very common. And like, in all fairness, their labor everything was really reasonable. Like, they barely marked up parts. So, you know, this can get us back on the road. And he said it should take care of the white smoke.
And like what, the weekend, like we can still check out Saturday?
Yeah, depending on when he gets at it. He said he might not be able to get at it until Saturday.
Oh,
which means
there's that snowstorm.
Yeah, so.
Man. Okay, but like not a long time.
Where are you going? It's snowing. Like,
Yeah,
you can't go to the
yeah,
Grand Canyon
yeah.
when it's covered in snow. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, see you soon. Okay, we checked in. Complimentary prickly pear ranch water. It's cute. Still snowing.
We are walking down the middle of the road.
You would never know it though because it's covered in snow.
Yeah. There's the van.
Let me see your beard. He's a mountain man.
Is it good?
There's our van. Woo, it's snowy. All right, it's a little dark. I don't know if you can see me. But we're enjoying the hot tub here at the Trail Barn, the hotel we're staying at. And tonight is our last night here, so we're trying to soak in all of the amenities that this hotel has to offer before we're back to van life. And yeah, our day was pretty mild, but tomorrow is the big day. He should be doing all of the work tomorrow, and then hopefully we will be out of here. Yeah, I'm kind of ready to get back in the van. We are planning on maybe doing some overlanding on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, weather permitting. It just looks absolutely epic.
Yeah, I'm ready to be out of the city.
I think Gabe's really ready to be out of the city. But Williams is really cute. We've enjoyed our time here. It's right off of Route 66. I mean, the highlight of our day today was putting dog booties on on Charlie. Charlie, come here. Come here. Yeah. Good boy. Come on. You want a treat? Hilarious.
He will never forgive you.
I only put 2 on too. So he's got 2 more to work through. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy the hot tub. Well, this isn't the video that we ever thought we would sit down and make. Earlier this morning, we got a call from the mechanic that they wanted us to come by the shop to have a conversation. And to be honest with you, we thought that it was weather related, that they couldn't get to our project in time and we were going to incur another delay. And instead we were confronted with something very different. We were told that the damage to our vehicle was extensive after they were able to get under the hood and take the doghouse out and really go over things. And so we have ultimately decided to proceed with an entire engine replacement. And we are just as shocked as I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I mean, we went in for what we thought was like kind of more on the maintenance side. And the mechanic started digging around and he's saying that the head gasket is blown. I actually think it might be worse than that and it might be a cracked head. Basically, since we left Florida, there was a little bit of what I thought was water on the exhaust, and I kept thinking that it was just like condensation. It was like a wet morning, like I kept making excuses, and it was really small. And then it got bigger and bigger, and actually in Sedona, not that long ago, I was like, oh wow, that kind of looks like it's orange. And I was like, you know, there's a little rust on that header. I started making like excuses, and I thought it was just like a little bit of rusty water, and I'm like, no, but it's kind of orange, which is coolant, you know? And also going back and editing videos, we noticed that the white smoke was getting worse, and we had no way of seeing it until we saw it in video. So speaking to the mechanic, and we were confirming this online, it's very rare for these engines to have either of these issues. The reason we bought this vehicle was because this engine is supposed to be bulletproof. You know, we have 167,000 miles on it. They're supposed to go for 300 plus easy. And I don't really want to get into why and how at this point.
We think we have a pretty solid idea of what happened, and we're under the impression that it was a third party, but we're not going to go into it.
He has to pull the engine to check out to either replace the gasket or to swap out the head, which would be very expensive anyways.
Kind of provided us with the two options, and basically the labor is pretty comparable because regardless of which option we choose, the entire engine has to come out.
I actually think the labor is gonna be higher to repair it because he's gonna run into like the rusty bolt situation.
And there could be other things that go wrong down the line.
Well, so based on what we think happened, there's actually a really good chance there's other things wrong. So let's say we replace just this head gasket or just this head. We were gonna be within a couple $1,000s anyways. And all the time, like keep in mind, we're just paying for a hotel now for God knows how many weeks.
Almost, yeah, probably 2 or 3 weeks.
By the time we're done, yeah. And yeah, so when you add all of that up, and then there are a couple minor things that big maintenance items that are probably coming up, injectors and stuff like that. So when you factor in all of that money, we were like, he's not wrong. Like we doubted him at first.
It makes a lot of sense to proceed with the full engine
just
replacement.
An entire new engine, yeah.
It sounds absolutely ludicrous because I never in a million years would have thought that we would be in this position.
Well, I mean, we have a brand new suspension, a brand new rebuilt transmission, which is not behaving, which is kind of frustrating, and now a brand new engine. Like this is insanity. None of this, of course, other than the suspension, were things we thought were gonna happen.
Going to remotely be problems.
In this very reliable vehicle. Knew we should have bought a Ford. Chevy guy, I should have stuck with Chevy. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great engine.
To its credit, given the situation, I mean, it got us across the country and we were able to drive into a mechanic, which I think is the absolute best case situation. I mean, there are so many possibilities where we could have been stranded on the side of a mountain or in a very remote place and, you know, incurred in a massive towing bill or maybe not have been able to have anybody come rescue us. And so I'm very grateful that we safely made it across country and quite literally were able to drive into the mechanic and have this happen versus needing to be towed there and just kind of wondering what happened.
Like an off-road tow.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been really devastating.
Yeah. The tough thing is this is, gosh, like we made a budget when we set out. This is literally over 6 months, probably 8 months of our budget just in this one, not including our stay, the food, like all the extras.
Just the extra incidentals that happen when you're in a situation like this. And so
it hurts for sure.
It definitely hurts.
And then the other tough thing is the time loss because we are meeting my entire family in Tahoe in
a few
less,
weeks.
yeah,
Couple
less.
weeks.
So we were planning on potentially doing like the north rim of the Grand Canyon, then dropping down into Vegas, doing some climbing at Red Rocks.
Going to Yosemite.
I think all that's out. I think in a best case scenario, we're getting the van done.
And we're beelining it to
Beelining it. And worst case scenario, which I hope I'm not foreshadowing again, we're leaving the van here, renting a car, driving there, driving back.
But right now we're hoping that that's not the situation, because the drive to and from Tahoe would really kill our schedule. And we've communicated with the mechanic that we have family that we have to meet, and it is a hard deadline because everybody's flying cross country to see us, and we made a commitment. And so he was very understanding of that, and he said that he would make us a priority and do everything that he could to get us out of there. And he feels fairly confident that he could get us out of here by that time. We might not have like a lot of time to drive to Tahoe, but we should be able to take the van, hopefully. The engine is expected to be here Friday, but there's also the outlier of weather. This area, Greater Flagstaff area, is expected to get another 8 inches of snow. So hopefully everything can fall in line with that, but there is a chance that we incur a slight delay in even receiving the engine and getting started on work. I guess until then, we're gonna try to enjoy this little area of Route 66 and look to the silver lining of things, and
just make the best.
Be grateful that we're safe and that our van is going to be brand new when it comes out. So we'll keep you guys updated, and until then, stay wild. No, oh my God, that's so cheesy. It's so clean.
It's right there.
I know. Today might be engine extraction day, so fingers crossed. We've been here long enough.
I don't have enough fingers to cross.